Most guys step into the gym and make the same mistake. They chase complicated routines, overstuffed workout programs, and exercises that don't actually deliver results. They think the key to muscle growth is variety, so they bounce from machine to machine, trying every new movement they see online. But here's the truth: muscle isn't built by doing more, it's built by doing the right things consistently. And if you focus on just 7 exercises, you'll gain more size and strength than 99% of people wasting their time on fluff. The problem with most workouts is that they spread your energy too thin. Instead of focusing on key movements that stimulate the most muscle, they throw in every exercise possible, leaving you drained but not actually stronger. Muscle grows when you apply progressive overload, when you gradually increase weight and intensity on big compound movements that force multiple muscles to work together. If an exercise isn't letting you lift heavy, move through a full range of motion, and progressively get stronger, it's not going to give you the results you want. And that's why these 7 exercises are all you need. The first thing you need to understand is that not all exercises are created equal. Isolation movements like bicep curls, leg extensions, or machine presses might give you a pump, but they don't build real size and strength. Your body doesn't grow by targeting one tiny muscle at a time. It grows when you train it as a unit, forcing multiple muscle groups to work together under heavy loads. That's how you trigger the kind of muscle building response that actually makes you look bigger and stronger. But here's where most people get it wrong. They assume the best exercises are just the ones that feel good. They chase the burn, the pump, the exhaustion, but none of that actually builds muscle if the movement itself isn't effective. You don't need to feel sore for a workout to be good. You need to be training the right way, getting stronger, and sticking to exercises that actually matter. If you focus on getting brutally strong in these 7 exercises, your entire body will grow. Your chest, arms, back, legs, everything will get bigger, more defined, and more powerful. A lot of guys also assume they need to constantly switch up their routine to confuse their muscles. But that's not how the body works. Muscles don't get confused. They adapt. And the way to force adaptation isn't by doing 100 different exercises. It's by mastering the fundamentals and pushing them further over time. That's what real progress looks like. If you're hopping from one workout to the next, trying to shock your muscles with randomness, you're just keeping yourself weak. The guys who build the most muscle aren't doing magic tricks in the gym. They're getting stronger in the same core movements week after week, month after month. The truth is, flashy workouts might look fun, but they don't build a powerful body. You don't need an arsenal of different exercises. You need a strategy, one that focuses on the most powerful movements that will actually transform your body. And that's exactly what these 7 exercises do. Each of them is designed to hit multiple muscle groups at once, force maximum muscle activation, and allow you to progressively overload over time. That's why they work. That's why they're the only ones you need. And the best part? These exercises aren't just for show. They build real, functional strength. The kind of strength that makes you not just look strong, but actually be strong. The kind of strength that translates to sports, everyday life, and total body athleticism. A lot of guys build gym-only muscles, where they look good flexing in the mirror, but struggle with basic physical tasks outside the gym. That's not what you want. You want muscle that's real, powerful, and built to last. The exercises I'm about to break down will not only help you pack on size, but they'll also build a balanced, injury-proof physique. Most guys who lift have weak links, shoulders that are always in pain, knees that can't handle pressure, backs that give out easily. That's because they're focusing on the wrong movements and neglecting the key exercises that build a strong foundation. If you want to get bigger without breaking down, you need to be training the right way. And it all starts with these 7 movements. If you're serious about building muscle, you need to start thinking about your workouts differently. Instead of cramming in every exercise you can think of, you need to focus on efficiency. The best physiques aren't built by guys who spend hours in the gym doing dozens of different movements. They're built by guys who understand that fewer exercises, done correctly, lead to the best results. And when it comes to getting stronger, more muscular, and more athletic, nothing beats the barbell squat. The squat is the king of all leg exercises. It doesn't just build your quads, it builds your hamstrings, glutes, core, and even your back. When you load a heavy barbell on your back and lower yourself down, you're not just working your legs. You're engaging almost every muscle in your body to stabilize, control, and drive the weight back up. That's why guys who squat heavy tend to be stronger in every other lift. They've built a foundation that supports real strength. But here's the mistake most people make with squats. They either don't go deep enough or they go too heavy with bad form. Half-repping squats won't build muscle, and ego lifting will only get you injured. The key to making squats effective is depth and control. A full squat, where your hips drop at least to knee level, activates more muscle fibers, leading to better growth. And if you're training smart, you'll focus on perfecting your form before worrying about how much weight is on the bar. Squats aren't just about aesthetics. They improve your overall athleticism. If you want to jump higher, run faster, or just move better in general, squatting regularly will get you there. Strong legs aren't just for looks. They're the foundation of everything physical. You can't have a powerful body without powerful legs, and the squat is the best way to build them. But muscle building isn't just about lower body strength. If you want a physique that looks strong from every angle, you need to train your entire body. And when it comes to developing raw, total body strength, nothing compares to the deadlift. The deadlift is often misunderstood. Some people avoid it because they think it's dangerous, while others do it incorrectly and end up hurting themselves. The truth is, a properly executed deadlift is one of the most effective muscle building exercises in existence. It works your hamstrings, glutes, lower back, traps, forearms, and core, all in one movement. It's the ultimate test of strength, and if you get stronger at deadlifts, every other lift will improve too. The reason deadlifts are so powerful is simple. They teach your body to produce maximum force. When you pull a heavy barbell off the floor, you're training your muscles to generate power from a dead stop. That kind of explosive strength carries over to every other lift in the gym, and more importantly, to real-life strength. Whether it's lifting heavy objects, playing sports, or preventing injuries, deadlifts prepare your body for anything. But just like with squats, form is everything. If you round your back, yank the weight up, or let your grip slip, you're asking for trouble. The key to a proper deadlift is a strong setup. Keep your chest up, your back straight, and your core braced. Drive through your heels, squeeze your glutes at the top, and lower the weight under control. Don't rush the movement. Treat every rep like it's your max lift. Deadlifts don't just make you look strong, they make you actually strong. If you've been skipping them because they seem too hard or complicated, it's time to change that. Start light, focus on technique, and gradually build up your strength. You'll be shocked at how much muscle you gain just from getting better at deadlifts. Now, building a strong lower body is crucial, but no one wants to walk around with a huge squat and deadlift while having a weak upper body. And if there's one exercise that defines upper body strength more than any other, it's the bench press. Every guy who lifts wants a bigger chest, but most go about it the wrong way. They either use too much weight and let their ego take over, or they don't train their bench press with proper technique. The bench press isn't just about pushing the bar up and down. It's about controlling the weight, feeling the muscle stretch, and using perfect form to maximize growth. Most guys think that as long as they're benching heavy, they're building muscle. But if your form is off, you're putting more stress on your shoulders than your chest. That's why so many lifters deal with shoulder pain. They bench press with terrible mechanics. The fix? Controlled full-range reps. Lower the bar slowly to your chest, feel the stretch in your pecs, and explode up with power. Keep your shoulders retracted, your elbows at a slight angle, and your feet firmly planted. That's how you build a big, strong chest without wrecking your shoulders. Another mistake guys make is relying only on the bench press for chest development. While the bench is a great movement, it's not the only way to build a strong upper body. That's why you need to incorporate bodyweight strength into your routine. Specifically, dips. Dips are one of the most underrated upper body exercises. Most guys don't do them because they're tough, but that's exactly why they're so effective. When done properly, dips torch your chest, shoulders, and triceps, building upper body strength that carries over to everything else. And unlike the bench press, dips force your muscles to work in a natural range of motion, helping to improve joint health and overall athleticism. The key to making dips work? Full range of motion and progressive overload. Lower yourself down until your elbows hit 90 degrees, then drive back up with power. If bodyweight dips are easy, start adding weight with a dip belt. Just like with squats and deadlifts, getting stronger at dips leads to real muscle growth. And here's the best part. If you combine these movements correctly, you don't need anything else. No gimmicky machines, no endless isolation work, just raw, powerful strength. If you focus on getting stronger at squats, deadlifts, bench presses, and dips, your body will transform faster than you ever thought possible. But we're not done yet. A truly impressive physique isn't just about chest and legs. It's about balance. And if you want that wide V-tapered look, you need to develop your back. That's why the next key movement is one that many people neglect, but it's absolutely essential for building a well-rounded upper body. A big chest and powerful legs mean nothing if your back is weak. That's why so many guys look unbalanced. They focus on what they can see in the mirror and ignore the muscles that actually create a thick, dominant physique. A strong back isn't just for looks. It's the foundation of every big lift. It supports your squat. It stabilizes your deadlift. It improves your posture and keeps your shoulders healthy. And if there's one exercise that will build the kind of back strength that sets you apart from everyone else, it's the pull-up. Most guys avoid pull-ups because they're hard. They'd rather grab some dumbbells and do curls instead of struggling to lift their own body weight. But that's exactly why pull-ups are so effective. If you can't pull your own weight, you're weak, plain and simple. And if you want a V-tapered back with wide lats and strong, thick arms, you need to start training pull-ups seriously. The biggest mistake people make with pull-ups is rushing through them. They flail their legs, use momentum, and barely get their chin over the bar. That's not training, that's just surviving the rep. If you want real results, you need strict, controlled pull-ups. Full range of motion, no cheating. Lower yourself all the way down. Then pull with power until your chest is almost touching the bar. That's how you activate your lats, build serious back strength, and develop that wide, powerful look. If you can't do pull-ups yet, that's fine, but you need to start training them. Use resistance bands for assistance, do eccentric, slow negative reps, or use a lat pull-down machine to build strength. But your goal should always be real, unassisted pull-ups. Once you can do 10 perfect reps, start adding weight with a dip belt. Weighted pull-ups are one of the best ways to force your back to grow, but a strong back isn't just about width. You need thickness too. That's where the barbell row comes in. Rows are essential for developing a thick muscular upper body. They target your lats, traps, rear delts, and even your biceps. The problem is, most people do them completely wrong. They either turn them into a weird shrugging motion, use too much weight, or barely move the bar at all. A proper barbell row should be a powerful, controlled pull, not a jerky, half-rep mess. The key to making barbell rows work is getting into the right position. Keep your back straight, hinge at the hips, and pull the bar into your lower chest or upper abs. Focus on squeezing your shoulder blades together at the top of the movement. Don't just yank the weight up. Control it. That's how you build the kind of back that looks powerful from every angle. Rows don't just make you look bigger, they also improve your posture and prevent injuries. A weak back leads to rounded shoulders, bad posture, and eventually pain. But when you build real strength with barbell rows and pull-ups, your entire body benefits. Your shoulders sit in a healthier position, your pressing strength goes up, and you move better overall. That's why every serious lifter includes both pull-ups and rows in their routine. At this point, you might be wondering, what about arms? After all, no one wants big legs and a thick back with skinny arms. But here's the thing. If you're training the right way, your arms are already growing. Your biceps are getting hit during pull-ups and rows. Your triceps are working during bench presses and dips. You don't need a million different arm exercises to build impressive arms. You just need one movement that maximizes growth. And that movement is the standing overhead press. Most people think of the overhead press as just a shoulder exercise, but it's so much more than that. It builds your delts, triceps, traps, and upper chest, all in one movement. If you want broad, powerful shoulders that make your waist look smaller and your entire frame look more dominant, you need to press overhead. The overhead press also builds serious pressing strength that carries over to the bench press and even improves core stability. If you're pressing heavy weight above your head, your entire body has to work together to stabilize the movement. That's why guys with strong overhead presses usually have thick, well-developed upper bodies. But most people get the overhead press wrong. They either arch their back too much, turn it into a weird incline press, or use too much leg drive. A proper overhead press should be a strict, controlled movement. Keep your core tight, press the bar straight up, and lock it out overhead with your biceps next to your ears. If you're using momentum, you're cheating yourself out of strength and muscle gains. Another reason the overhead press is so valuable is because it fixes weak links. A lot of guys have big chests from bench pressing, but weak shoulders and triceps. That imbalance leads to injuries and limits your overall strength. But when you train the overhead press consistently, everything gets stronger. Your shoulders, triceps, and even your core. That's why it's one of the most important exercises for building an aesthetic, balanced physique. So now, we've covered 6 of the 7 essential exercises. If you master these movements, squats, deadlifts, bench presses, dips, pull-ups, rows, and overhead presses, you'll have everything you need to build serious muscle. But there's one last piece of the puzzle, a movement that ties everything together and builds the kind of strength that sets you apart from everyone else. And that's exactly what we're going to get into next. At this point, you have a complete blueprint for building a strong, muscular body. Squats give you powerful legs. Deadlifts build total body strength. The bench press and dips develop a thick, dominant chest. Pull-ups and rows create a wide, well-built back. And the overhead press ties everything together with rock-solid shoulders and triceps. But we're not done yet. There's one last movement that most guys ignore, but it's the missing link between being strong and actually looking the part. And that movement is loaded carries. If you've never done loaded carries before, you're leaving serious muscle growth on the table. These aren't just another lift. They're one of the most functional and effective exercises for building raw strength, endurance, and size. If you've ever seen a farmer carry heavy buckets or a strongman walk with massive weights, you know exactly what this exercise is about. It's simple. You pick up heavy weight and you walk with it. That's it. But don't let the simplicity fool you. This is one of the most brutal and effective ways to build muscle. Loaded carries work everything. Your forearms, traps, shoulders, core, legs, and even your cardiovascular system. The reason they're so effective is because they train your body the way it was designed to move. When you carry heavy weight, your core has to work overtime to keep you stable. Your grip gets tested like never before. Your traps and shoulders fight to hold everything in place, and your legs drive forward under extreme tension. It's a full-body workout packed into one movement. And the benefits don't stop there. Loaded carries fix weak links in your body. If you struggle with grip strength, carries will build it fast. If your core is weak and you find yourself getting lower back pain, carries will force your abs to work harder than any sit-up or plank ever could. If your traps are underdeveloped, a few months of heavy carries will make them pop out like steel cables. There's a reason strongmen and elite athletes swear by this movement. It works. The best way to do loaded carries? Farmer's walks. Grab the heaviest dumbbells you can handle, stand tall, and start walking. Keep your core braced, your shoulders back, and your grip locked in. Walk for distance or time. And when your grip starts to give out, keep pushing. Over time, you'll develop insane strength that translates to every other lift in the gym. But carries aren't just about building size. They also bulletproof your body against injuries. A weak grip leads to failed lifts. A weak core leads to poor posture and back pain. Weak traps lead to shoulder instability. Loaded carries strengthen everything so that you're not just muscular, but unbreakable. If you've been skipping these, it's time to add them in. They might just be the secret weapon you need to take your strength and physique to the next level. Now let's put everything together. If you focus on these 7 exercises, squats, deadlifts, bench presses, dips, pull-ups, rows, overhead presses, and loaded carries, you won't just build muscle, you'll build real, functional, and balanced strength. You won't need to waste time on isolation exercises, complicated routines, or trendy fitness gimmicks. These movements have stood the test of time because they work. Period. But here's the problem. Most guys go to the gym, throw some weights around, and expect results. They don't track their progress. They don't focus on getting stronger. And worst of all, they program hop. They do squats for a few weeks, then switch to leg press. They try pull-ups but give up when they don't see instant results. They do a little bit of everything but never stick to a real plan. That's why they stay stuck, year after year. The key to transforming your body isn't just knowing what to do, it's committing to doing it consistently. If you focus on progressive overload, gradually lifting more weight or doing more reps over time, you will grow. It's not magic, it's not luck. It's just how the body works. But you have to stay patient. You won't wake up next week looking like a Greek statue. But 6 months, a year? If you put in the work, your results will speak for themselves. And here's where most people fail. They think they need a perfect program before they start. They worry about tiny details. Should they do 5 sets or 4? Should they use dumbbells or a barbell? Should they train in the morning or at night? None of that matters if you aren't consistently showing up and getting stronger. The truth is, the best program is the one you actually stick to. If you train hard, eat enough protein, and push yourself in the gym, you will build muscle. Period. It's not about doing everything. It's about doing the right things consistently. That's why these 7 exercises are so powerful. They eliminate the fluff, the guesswork, and the wasted time. If you get stronger at these movements, you will build muscle. No question about it. But there's still one more piece of the puzzle. Training hard is only part of the equation. If you don't have this last part dialed in, none of your work in the gym will matter. And unfortunately, it's where most guys mess up. They train hard, but make this one mistake that kills their gains. And that's exactly what we're going to talk about next. You can train as hard as you want. You can do all 7 of these exercises. Lift heavy, push yourself, and leave the gym feeling like a beast. But if you ignore this one thing, your muscles will never grow. And that one thing is recovery. Most guys think building muscle happens in the gym. It doesn't. The gym is where you break down muscle. The growth? That happens outside the gym, when you eat, when you rest, when you recover. If you don't let your body rebuild, you're just spinning your wheels. You'll feel exhausted, sore, and frustrated that you're not seeing progress. And the worst part? You won't even realize why. Recovery isn't just about taking a day off here and there. It's about giving your body what it needs to grow. The 2 biggest factors, sleep and nutrition. If you're not getting at least 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep every night, you're holding yourself back. Sleep is when your body repairs muscle tissue, balances hormones, and prepares you for your next workout. Without it, your strength stalls, your energy tanks, and your progress slows to a crawl. And then there's food. You can't build muscle if you're not eating enough. Too many guys work hard in the gym but don't fuel their bodies properly. They think they're eating a lot, but in reality, they're barely getting enough calories to maintain their weight. If you want to grow, you need to be in a caloric surplus. That means eating more than your body burns. It's not complicated. More food equals more muscle. But the key is eating the right foods. Protein is the foundation. If you're not getting at least 0.8 to 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight, you're making it harder for your body to rebuild muscle. But protein alone isn't enough. You need carbs for energy. They fuel your workouts, help you recover, and keep your muscles full. And you need healthy fats to support hormones like testosterone, which is critical for muscle growth. The biggest mistake guys make? They overcomplicate it. They start obsessing over macros, supplements, and tiny details before mastering the basics. You don't need some magic diet. You just need consistency. Eat enough protein, get enough calories, focus on whole, nutrient-dense foods, train hard, recover well. That's the formula. It's always been the formula. And speaking of overcomplicating things, supplements. Do you need them? Number, can they help? Sure, but only if you're already doing everything else right. The problem is, too many people think supplements are the answer when they're really just the finishing touch. If your training, sleep, and diet are on point, things like creatine, whey protein, and pre-workout can give you an extra edge. But if you're skipping workouts, eating like a bird, and sleeping 4 hours a night, no supplement in the world will fix that. The guys who build the best physiques aren't the ones chasing shortcuts. They're the ones who stick to the fundamentals, put in the work, and stay consistent. That's why these 7 exercises are all you need. They give you everything: size, strength, aesthetics, and function. No fluff, no wasted time, no gimmicks. Just real, proven results. So now you have 2 choices. You can ignore this advice, keep hopping from program to program, chasing the next fitness trend, and stay stuck. Or you can commit to what actually works. Train hard. Get stronger at these movements. Fuel your body. Prioritize recovery. Do that, and your results will take care of themselves. The choice is yours. If you're serious about building muscle the right way, hit subscribe and start making real progress today.